What's going on, everyone? Andres here, and it is day 92, which is the same year I was born. I was born in the 1900s, it seems, where we are playing chess every single day until I am 1500 in all the main three time controls, bullet, blitz, and rapid. We're going to continue with our rapid run. Yesterday we had a couple good games, so hopefully we can keep the momentum. We're playing as white. That's exciting. And we're just going to do e4. We are facing a Caro Kann. We are going to do advance. I don't want to do the alien gambit. That's more for like a bullet run. We are going to do this bayonet attack, I think it's called, where we harass this bishop immediately. And kind of throws off a little bit of the Caro-Kann offensive, or I guess defense, which tends to be a little bit more offensive, by essentially asking what he's going to do with this bishop. If you think about it, once they close this out, normally, like, say we play knight here, right, here we go. Okay, so pretty casual, just a nice little slide there. Continuing to ask questions of this bishop because we are coming after it, we're hunting it down, and we're making our opponent waste moves on, you know, trying to defend this bishop. We're going to attack this with the knight on f4, and if he takes, I just take back pretty casually. This pawn is held, and now we have an open h-file, or semi-open h-file, because then this pawn can actually go after it as well. We'll take back and then push, and then now we are coming after this bishop with fervor. They'll retreat because they don't want to have this terrible pawn structure, and what we'll do is we'll just push past this pawn actually and start asking questions of this bishop, opening up this king. We'll develop our bishop and our knight, and yep, that's totally fine. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna develop our pieces and get moving. This queen's usually gonna come to b6. I don't mind this at all. Oh, interesting. Well, now this is some interesting stuff. I haven't seen this before. Do I take with the e-pawn? Take back. Let's attack this bishop again. Just get it out of here. Clear some stuff up. My queen can come up. Knight can move finally. I want my knight here. And if you can't really move it anywhere because I'm going to come in with check. So you have to trade here. The whole goal is to get rid of this bishop. Because, again, as I was saying earlier, maybe back in this position, when you advance here, this here and this here is just a French. But the Caro-Kann is that, but with the bishop, instead of being a bad French bishop, it actually comes out to be active along the diagonal. I mean, do I want to keep both bishops? Sure. But then now I can do all sorts of stuff. I got here. I can win back the pawn. Happily. I can do this. I'm gonna lock this in actually. Well, do I want to lock in my bishop? I don't know. I can also come out with the queen. Now I actually got to think. I haven't seen this variation. I haven't been this far down this line before. This is new. I have one option is to put my bishop on f4 or push the pawn and put it on f4. I kind of want to do the bishop so I can get castled because this queen, yes. So we'll actually put the bishop on e3 to take care of this, hold this steady and this steady because they want to take here essentially. I can also just push here, but then my knight's under attack, so I can't really react. There's also this, which is pretty awesome. Now this is held, and what are you gonna do about that? There's a fork thread as well. But now there's no threat to this, and I can hold this knight with I can still hold this, and I can hold this knight with my queen, which is great. Knight really doesn't have anywhere to go. I guess it can go here. Could do this, which I would just come up with a queen and defend. It's a pretty aggressive position. There's also threats of this fork. You're gonna stack? Is that what you're gonna do? Is that your plan here, pal? Well, why don't I just do this preemptively, and I'll stack myself. Huh. Interesting. I mean, I could go here. I mean, I take... I still got rook here. You take. I push. No, this knight would be too powerful here. He offered a draw. What? Wait, why a draw? I'm so confused. I'll give you a draw if you have to go or something. They just offered, opponent just offered a draw. I don't think so. I'm gonna go ahead and take. He doesn't like to play this line. Okay. Sorry, bro. And now, this is interesting. I kind of like the idea of putting my queen here instead. Hold on, if I go here, I mean, I could just, if I take with check, and then you can take, you don't have to take with your queen. So no to that. So now we're gonna get the queen out of the firing line. There's an option to go here, hold this pawn twice, kind of bolster it, and also keep an eye on this side, keep an eye on the knight here. There's also, or I can go here, because then I can bring my rook in here. That feels okay. Let's do that. Something about this feels better because now I can slide the rook in, just stare at this king, and this bishop can't move, so the king is still in the center, and I need to exploit the center. That's what I need to do. You go and take here, I'll take here. I can even push this. This would be great actually, because it's held by the knight. But I can go here with the rook on e1 and just watch this pawn go. I'm gonna go here. That's fine. Wait a minute. Is there anything useful here? What about pushing here? No, because now my queen's kind of... No, but this is held, so this is fine. The king's in the way. That's the problem. I would lose my queen that way. Let's just get the king out of the sniper vision here. I pushed this, I actually got this. So yes, this is coming up. The only problem is... Yeah, and then I got options again with this, because I can go here. Yep, this is going to get pushed. I'm going to win a rook there. Now that's annoying. They were able to castle. I let him castle. But this is still a good little sniper. This is still a good little mama's helper here. I could go here, takes, and then just bolster the knight with this, but then no, because you'll just push. No, I can't do that. This is a good little rook. I could go check. Oh, here we go. Check is a good thing. You either got to block or move you can't block. This feels okay. That can't be terrible. That can't be terrible. Wait a minute. What about check takes? All right, hold on. That's gonna be right. Check. Either way, I'm taking here. This is different because this bishop is here now. I gotta take that. The queen takes here and I take with check. Where the king takes? Oh, baby. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Check. You're gonna go back over there and then I'm gonna win the rook. Oh no. You gotta go here. Only move. Interesting. Well, I mean, I could just take first, right? Oh, no, I can't. Oh, no, there's a fork. Yeah, if he takes with the king, there's a fork. Yep. You can't even go over here. You gotta take that. You go here. I gotta go here. And then we push and take this knight. Takes. No. We'll take one more pawn. This is pinned. And if the king goes anywhere, that's my knight. The king has to stay here and the knight has to stay here. Otherwise you lose the rook. So I'm just going to go ahead and push. Well, that's wrong.
That's what we're here for, having a good time.
Check there. Isn't this mate? Yes, it is. Boom! All-time high. What a great game. Let's review that. Yes. All right. All right. So it could, you know what? Look, I'll take this. Look at this. First of all, 77% accuracy could be better. Could be worse. But I like to see this. This is really what matters. Is I was winning the whole time. Let's go. All right. So let's start the review. And take it from the top. We'll go here and just remove this so you can see the eval bar. Here we go. So E4. Again, taking control of the center, and this is pretty standard. Again, book move, book move. This is all prep. It's not like I didn't know what was happening. Great move there. Best move here. You could tell I've done this before. Aha, instructional. So we've done this line, right? I've done this on bullet. I've played this on camera, off camera, I think before, but pretty standard. And then we are, hold on a second, let me make sure something here. Okay. And then, yeah, bishop goes back. This is a miss. I don't know what the best move is here. This is usually, sometimes they say take, yeah, with the knight, and then you threaten some stuff. Because all of a sudden, this knight is ready to go all sorts of different places. I don't really know. I have to look more into what happens after this. So, we'll come back to that. But I just wanted to make sure that this bishop was gone, essentially, because the light squared bishop is the whole point of not playing the French versus the Caro-Kann. And I knew eventually this knight ended up being the hero of the story, right? That leaving that knight there was going to be just fine. I mean, it was unassailable. The rook really didn't have many places to go, and by defending all this entire shenanigans over here, your bishop was locked in until late into the game, where I was able to exploit it. Protecting the backwards pawn and making sure that our centralized e-pawn is there so that this queen couldn't really harass it. Again, they were attacking this so that they could, so as soon as I moved, this could fall. They're attacking this twice now. So I took their, with the counter to, yeah, you can take my bishop, but you're going to lose your queen. So they have to reroute the queen. I reroute my bishop. There was other tempo for threatening the queen. What? Oh, back to this. Oh yeah, and defending this again. Wait, so now where do you go? Oh my gosh. Wow, I did miss that. I did think of knight here, but again, I wanted to keep this knight because I knew it was going to come in handy later. For some reason, something just made sense to me that way. But this is a way to win a rook, which, okay, that's fair. But I mean, I'm still winning. So it went from 3.2 to 3.0 on winning. I mean, I'm still winning pretty strongly here. They decide to stack, I stack, we take. They decide not to exchange queens, which probably was better for them in the end, kind of held on to their defense more. But now, again, all of this is inaccuracies. Reveal an attack on the rook. What was the best move here? Oh, yes, which I eventually did that. See, these were always options. And again, all of these little inaccuracies, the way I see inaccuracies is they're not wrong, but they're not right. It's just a little inaccurate compared to what the computer would do. And they have to play exactly accurately to punish my inaccuracies, which they're human. They're not going to. If I was playing freaking a grandmaster or above, then yeah, of course I'm going to get toasted, but whoops. But I'm not. So, okay, so inaccuracy, and this, again, another inaccuracy. They wanted me to take outpost. Oh, outpost this rook. Okay, but oh yeah, because this is held. They can't take with this rook because the queen's exposed and it's held by the bishop. Okay, that's actually a much better idea. I should have checked that out better. But in my head, I just was like, I don't want to have any sort of discovery on my queen with this check. So I'm just going to do this in case I did want to move the knight. This is the best move here. This was the best move here. This was the best move here. And this is different because now I get to exchange this. Mistake hurts my chances. What was the best move? Oof. Da. Oof. Da. Because if you move the queen... So let's say you try to save the queen. I don't know. Pop. Is this the best move? Yep. Here. And then... And you have to go here. And then... Oh my God. You block. Oh no, you take. No, are you... Wait, you do take here? Oh my God. Take with this? Oh no. Oh my God. That would have been disgusting. I don't know if I would have I might have found that, but wow, that's crazy. I didn't mind exchanging there because I knew there was a fork. Inaccuracy still? Jeez, what the hell? Again. Wow. And then what? You take, I take with check, I take with check. Oh, sweet Lord. Well, sure. Okay. Oh, hold on. What did I do? Oh, that's sort of what I did anyway, right? Just in a different order, but I guess it was a little inaccurate. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. Here. And now that you take with this knight has to stay here, otherwise I'm taking your rook. And if your rook moves, I'm taking your knight. So you're kind of pinned in a weird way because my rook here is just holding this and this is attacking. There it is. And now I'm threatening checkmate, which came in 2. So that, I mean, it could have been more accurate. 77% is not ideal, but honestly, I don't think I played that terribly. And the fact that I was winning the whole time against a 1361 is just a really good, healthy sign of what my game is doing right now. So let's just, for the sake of it, to close out, check in 1382, all-time high. We're just climbing and climbing. We are back on a 3-game winning streak after our day 90 was, or 80, was that 89? Brutal loss there. But we're back on 3, and we can go back. I was playing a little bit off camera, my bullet, and kind of cut back up to 1,000. Still trying to get back to the 1054, which we reached, I think it was a couple weeks ago or a few days ago. And then I've been, my blitz took a hit from the high, from the 1225 high. Took a little bit of a hit, but we'll get it back. I have no doubt. Just grind it back out. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this, please subscribe. It's huge help to this growth of this channel. I'm trying to make this a long-term play, so I know it's going to take years, but every little subscriber at this point counts. Every little subscriber counts all the way up. So every single one of you that enjoy this or that might enjoy this in the future, please like it. And if you don't like it, that's totally okay. Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching all the way to the end, because if you're listening to this, that means you did. We'll see you guys tomorrow for day 93. Bye, everybody.